other thing I'd like to mention too is on a large basis, where is the U.S. NRC going with events in Japan? Where's our focus right now? What's our near-term and long-term strategy right now? First, we're conducting methodical and systematic reviews. There's a lot we don't know about the specific events and occurrences that occurred in Japan. We're getting that information as time comes out, but we need to really understand specifically what happened and then put it in our inspection programs, rulemaking, so we can put the proper perspective and prevent it happening here. So in that sense, there were two categories of time frames. First one was within 30 days that we get out there and inspect very quickly some near-term things, station blackout, flooding potentials. Gene and Nicole just finished that inspection. That inspection report was issued last Friday. I have a copy here if somebody would like to look at it afterwards. There are similar inspections that we've inserted. Another one is ongoing now as we speak. Within the last 2 weeks, and our staff spoke to the commissioners and gave them the first 30-day roll-up of what we're finding. That'll continue at a 60-day point and a 90-day point in mid-July. The NRC will issue a report that will talk with more specificity about where we're going to be going with changes to any plants here in this country. We're going to talk about how we deal with new information, such as Japan, and then relate that to things that have happened in the past, which you're all probably familiar with, and show you how we've made changes as time goes on, as we learn more. First, to begin, when you talk about plant-specific designs, it's important to note that each of our plants, as I said, are designed for the phenomena specific to that site. For instance, you take the matter of earthquakes. For a plant like Limerick, and any plant in the country, we're going to look at a 200-mile radius around the plant. And we're going to go back in history, and we're going to look through history, geologically sometimes, or recently recorded history, and say, what's the worst case earthquake that occurred? So that forms a basis. Then we take that and we add a margin to it, another additional safety margin. And then in a probabilistic sense, we look at the worst earthquake that can impact that plant in a 10,000-year period. So we have over-designed the best information we can get historically. So that's, for instance, how we would approach earthquakes.
Look again at the seismic hazards analysis of each of the plants. A reporter took the data and, as Paul talked about, changed numbers into percentages and then put the plants into an order based on his ranking. We didn't rank the plants. We wouldn't rank the plants. If we wanted to rank the plants, my understanding is that it would cause an even finer analysis of the data. What we did was an analysis to see, do we need to do a more in-depth review? And that's as far as we've gotten so far. Before the end of the year, we'll ask each of the plants to provide us with additional information, and then we'll be able to do the more fine-tuned analysis of the risks at each of the plants. And if we need to require additional enhancements, we'll do it then. But what the screening analysis allowed us to do was determine that the plants are safe to operate as they are, but we need to take a closer look.